It's always awkward when you have like a love triangle friend group like that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Never had to deal with it though. So have ugly friends or. I forgot we were friends.
Damn. Hi everyone, I'm Hayley.
And I'm Kayli.
And this week we're talking about
love. Ooh.
Oh.
You like that?
Yeah.
Oh.
That kind of love.
But yeah, we're talking about love because Valentine's Day is coming around, which means that's the only time we ever talk about love. So we thought maybe we can share some tips, some tricks, and some horror stories so we don't have a bad Valentine's Day. And like, I'm in a long-term relationship. I've been with my boyfriend for 8 years now, and Valentine's Day is a little weird and a little tricky because it's also my boyfriend's dad's birthday.
Like the exact day, February 14th?
He was born on Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's so cute.
So it makes it a little hard to like spend time as a couple. And last year we got snowed in. It was a very interesting Valentine's Day that time because we were spending time together, we were chilling, and then the power went off, and we're like, okay, that's fine, we'll go to bed and wake up, it'll be on. Not for that whole week, sis. Not for that whole week.
So. At least y'all got real close.
Not that
builds
close.
A bond.
But what about you? What do you do for Valentine's Day?
Usually the basics: dinner, drinking, and etc. I mean, I feel like there's not that much you can really do. I mean,
especially like in a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
You've already explored all the terrain. What else is there to do?
I mean, I think everybody has the you want to walk into the hotel room with the flowers on the bed.
Yeah.
And but if we're being very honest, not a lot of men do that. Not even because I don't think that they don't care. That's just a lot of effort. I just don't think they're going to do. You know what I mean?
Not.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
nah.
Honestly. But then again, I do think women also, it's good to spoil your man, because I feel like it can be a little bit one-sided, but that's not an excuse to the men.
You still got to put in effort.
You still got to put in a little bit of effort. Because, you always hear men complaining about flowers, or, people will be like, oh, it's we don't need a day. Why do we have to have a day to do something nice?
Right.
I'm like, well,
I do it all 365.
Do you though? I'm like, honestly, you have one day. Isn't this the opposite? Isn't this what you want? You have one day that you have to really do a lot, other than like maybe your birthday or something like that. But I'm like, honestly, if you just go all out one day a year, that's probably enough to hold for another 364 days.
That's right. Quick math.
But yeah, do you like the traditional stuff? Getting flowers? I mean, all that stuff.
It was nice in the beginning, but like after a while, like we don't need flowers. It's fine. Like, I mean, a card would be nice. Like for his birthday and for our anniversary, I always like write like a handwritten note. I don't know the last time I've gotten one, so I told him that this year. I was like, do you want me to keep writing these, or like you good? And he's like, no, I like them. Okay, well, I'm gonna need some back.
That's all honest. A man just pouring his heart and soul with
that would
pen
be
and paper.
Nice.
The romance, a little Pride and Prejudice, if you will. Did they do that in that movie? I literally saw that movie, and it was the most boring movie I've ever seen in my life. Sorry, we're moving on.
But yeah, he was like, I'd rather just tell you in person. I'm like, okay, I love you. And that's it.
Wouldn't that be worse saying it to you in person? Because then he has to think on the fly. And
it doesn't come out well. It never does. I know how he is after 8 years. And he'll be like, I love your big heart and you're driven and I love you.
Like when in Spanish class, we used to have to like speak Spanish on the fly with the teacher.
Right. And you're really trying to like translate everything that you remember. Biblioteca.
I'm picking all the phrases I know. I'm like,
interesante.
No, like that's how I feel sometimes. Yeah. Like, say something nice. And they're like, well, beautiful eyes. I'm like, this is no. And am I too much? Am I asking for too much?
If you're asking for too much, I am as well. So no, we're not.
So no, we're not, because we're not wrong.
Right.
Women aren't wrong.
Never. We're not wrong.
We're not. I can't speak for you other bones. Anyway, but yeah, I'm like, so it's just nice to have like a little day. But I'm thinking about maybe doing like a staycation or like just kind of getting away. Because I do think when you're kind of sitting at the house in the same setting, it's good to get out, even if you're not going to another city. Yeah. Even going to like an adjacent city.
But anyway. I think like the basic thing, like especially in a long-term relationship, ask them if they want to be your Valentine. I think that's all.
That would be so cute. Even if you've been dating, please ask your significant other, will you be my Valentine? That is so cute. Imagine they say no.
And then you have a lot of problems to discuss that day.
Done. What do you feel about Valentine's Day proposals?
I did see somewhere that this is like the most popular holiday to get engaged. And I think it's a very cheesy thing to do, but
yes. I think as long as I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
So
I feel like engagement is never going to be a surprise. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to be like, okay, he's asking me to go get my nails done for what? I've never gotten my nails done, so it's very suspicious.
Well, it's funny because my friend, we used to get our nails done all the time, and we always said, okay, we do it pretty regularly. I can't say that word. We do it often.
Yeah.
And so we're like, it's good that we do it often because, but we usually get our toes done. That's the thing. So getting our hands done is a little bit more tricky.
Yeah.
But when I knew that my friend was we kind of knew she was going to be proposed to soon. So I'm like, all right, we're just going to get our nails done. We're just going to start. I didn't know when she was going to get proposed or anything, but we could tell it was kind of coming. The only thing is then as soon as it came time, I'm like, okay, girl, let's get our nails done. And I was talking about like doing mani and pedi, you know, like we had been doing. But then this girl wanted to save money. She's like, oh, I need to really save money right now. I think I can. And she couldn't even really go at all. She's like, I'm so busy. No. I can't even get, or she's like, I'm just trying to save money at the moment. I'm like, that's not what we discussed. So, but when her fiance was like, can we get her? And I'm like, I think I have a plan, but I don't know if it's going to give it away. So we ultimately decided to let her not have her nails done because we decided that the surprise was better, even though I did have what I feel like is a good idea.
That was a good idea.
No,
to start ahead.
To get her there.
Oh, go ahead.
My idea was I was going to pretend like I had won some like coupon and I was going to call the nail salon ahead of time so they could like verify everything. So I could be like, bitch, oh my gosh. We're getting our nails done for free, but really my ass is paying for it. But that was going to be really nice. I was going to try to do it, but the other people I was talking with, they're like, no, let's just like let it happen.
Yeah.
So no, her nails were not.
But yeah, I guess what we can do is start going over some tips, some great tips. And who is more of an expert on Valentine's Day than Ready Whip? You know, the people who make the aerosol whipped cream. Who is better equipped? But yeah, they have an article called 5 Expert Valentine's Day Tips for More Joy and Love.
All right, Ready Whip.
So the first one is reminisce with your loved one. Okay, so memories of you and your partner can bolster the power of so-called positive reminiscence. For example, you might reminisce together about a party you both attended or a holiday, job, or friend you shared. Interesting.
I feel like this would get real. You want to bring up the past?
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Like, they can start off good and then you're like, you remember that one time when you were talking to that one bitch? You remember that?
Yeah, do you remember that at that party?
Right.
Now that I think about the party we went to, you were talking to Joanna.
Yeah.
And now I'm mad.
Yeah. And then the reminiscent is gone. It's no longer positive. It's no longer a good time. No. It's bad.
I'm sure if you're mature.
We're not.
You can.
We're never wrong and we're not mature. But another one is transport yourself. And you tell me if this sounds familiar. The ability to transport yourself at will to a different time or place you and your loved ones spent together can provide both pleasure and solace. Use your imagination as this magical day approaches to travel to a different mental destination.
What does that even mean? It sounds like the first one.
Exactly.
You don't need an essay.
They said we got to find 5.
And
let's just
you need 100 more words.
Another one they have is become absorbed in what you do. When you're so fully engaged in what you're doing that you don't notice the passage of time, you are in a state called flow, which is associated with joy. Try to increase the number of flow experiences you and your partner have on Valentine's Day so you lose yourself in experiences that are challenging and absorbing, whether it's preparing a recipe, playing a game, or enjoying a hobby together. I don't like this about myself, but I am very competitive. I've noticed this when we play games with just me and my boyfriend, or me and my boyfriend and his entire family. I want to win, and it's not always a good look. And I get butthurt very easily as well. So playing a game on Valentine's Day is I don't think we're going to get along.
Unless it's like a relationship game.
And even those, like
no. I mean, like one that like it's a game that maybe brings out the romance.
Okay.
It's not competitive.
Okay.
We do not need the claws coming out for Valentine's Day. What a horrible Valentine's Day.
Unless you want those.
You brought up the past. Kaylee's, you're too competitive.
Too competitive.
You lose, bitch. And then the nights, it's 10:35 and y'all going to sleep.
It's over. I don't know. If you're not... I do kind of get irritated a little bit, especially since we've been living together too. Like, making food is not always a fun thing together.
I'm so sorry. Why the hell do I want to be in my house cooking
it's
over the food.
It's supposed to be romantic. You're supposed to be chopping together.
No.
Like in Ghost, but with vegetables.
No, I hate when people are in the kitchen when I'm in the kitchen. Because I have things that I'm doing. I'm going fast. What can I help you at? See, the fact you have to ask means I have to explain, and now we're stopped,
Right.
and now the food's getting cold.
True.
I remember my man trying to come in and help me, and I was like, please leave.
You know what? Just go sit down.
Just sit down.
Find something for us to watch.
I cannot have people cooking with me in the kitchen. They always
especially when
stuff.
It's too small too. Like there's not a lot of room to function. But yeah, another one that I found is called 5 Tips for a Successful Valentine's Day. Number 5 is a game changer. But I mean, this one's pretty harmless, even though it's on a website called mantelligence.com.
Mantelligence. So who's this for? Is this a man? By a man to men?
It's actually written by a woman.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay, so a woman telling men
how to treat their ladies,
treat their women. I like this direction.
It should be good, but we'll see if number 5 is a game changer.
We'll see.
I mean, the first one is get your girl red roses, which you can. It's a played out thing, but make sure you get them before Valentine's Day because there's not going to be any left.
Go to Kroger or go to like a lot of grocery stores have.
They do
red roses, and they're like $12, $20.
Yeah, they probably hike them up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But if you really want to be good, have it sent to her office. So then everybody in the office sees, who are these for? And then they're for her. But you have to also have another set, I think, maybe before you walk in the door.
That's a lot of roses. The second one is take her somewhere nice.
Okay, yeah.
So we love that.
Don't take her somewhere not nice.
Right. And then get her something nice. So not only red roses, but give her a present. Mm-hmm. Number 4 is write her a handwritten love note.
Yes, that one is absolutely. Even if you're, especially if you're not a talker. I feel like this is the chance you can actually write it down. You don't have to say anything. It's something she can read. So it's not like you're sitting here like trying to be emotional. So if you're not an emotional person, write a letter.
That's a good one.
I think you can at least try to do that.
And the last one, which is the game changer, as you know, is hide candy hearts that she'll find throughout her day. So like the little candy hearts that say, I love you, my girl, those things. You want to pick those out and then put them in different places that she'll find, like the bathroom sink, the coffee machine, and one of her shoes, on the seat of her car, in her briefcase, etc. This is the game changer.
Wait, so they can get lost in my car seat, collect fuzzy dust and ants?
Right.
These have to be in really obvious places.
They do. And like even, so they're just loose candy. What am I supposed to do with this?
Naked loose candy. Yeah. They're not even wrapped.
You're just going to put it in my shoe? Am I supposed to eat after that? Like,
no, the way I'll walk for like 10 steps before I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Right. Not me being late, putting on my shoe.
Do not piss me off. I hear
there's candy in there.
Maybe one or a couple next to a note.
Yeah,
maybe,
I think that would be cute.
Hide these around the house.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if this is a game changer. More of an annoyance.
It's the game changer.
You want to get your girl in a bad mood from the start.
Imagine finding it a year later. I mean, it's the gift that keeps giving.
That's true.
The couch cushion. I love you, and I love you.
And then he proposes. It was a setup all along. But yeah, those were the tips that I was able to find for Valentine's Day. Will they make your Valentine's Day a good one? Probably not, but they'll make them unforgettable. So, while Kayli had all the tips and tricks, I have the horror stories of Valentine's. So, let's get started. The first one's called I Got Dumped. Love that.
My ex-boyfriend invited me over to his home to spend Valentine's Day with him. I was really excited, and I'd even bought him some really nice pens and a notebook because he was really into drawing. I drove 30 minutes from my place to get there, and we were just hanging out in his room. He was acting really weird, so I asked him what was wrong, and he proceeded to break up with me right there after I gave him his present.
Not after.
And that's Shanna from New York City.
Not after. He was like, let me see what she got me. This isn't cutting it. We're breaking up.
He's like, a notepad.
That's awful, though. Like, the fact that she had to drive 30 minutes to get dumped and then drive back home, that's sad.
Being broken up on, like, a special day, like a Valentine's Day or birthday or Christmas, has got to be, like, one of the worst things.
Yeah. I think I was dumped the day after Valentine's Day in high school.
Oh.
Yeah, it was not good. He broke up with me right before Christmas, and then we got back together, and then he broke up with me right after Valentine's Day.
He was like hitting out the holidays.
He's like, let me just ruin her whole holiday season.
My goodness. The next one is I got stood up, then swerved. I've been seeing a guy for about 2 months, and we hadn't had the talk yet about whether or not we were an official couple. He asked if I wanted to go out on Valentine's Day, though he just said Friday. I was like, yeah, great, assuming he knew that it was Valentine's Day.
Oh.
I got a blowout and dressed up, and then waited at the sushi place for 45 minutes. I could just feel everyone giving me sad eyes for being stood up. So finally he got there. No good excuse for being late and no flowers. I busted his balls about this, and he totally panicked because he had no idea it was Valentine's Day. He wound up giving me the "I'm not in a good place to commit to anybody right now," blah, blah, blah speech right there. Abby from Dallas.
Damn.
Oh, man. Never assume that the man knows that it's Valentine's Day.
They never know.
I know we all want to wait and be like, oh, maybe he's going to surprise me.
They do. They will surprise you by disappointing you.
And then not him finally saying what the relationship is.
I know.
He said, damn, this is too much work.
He said, ooh, you busted my balls about this shit? I got news for you.
I ain't going to show up 45 minutes late, period. Like, I don't care if it's Valentine's Day or not. No call, no nothing. I'd have been gone by then.
Yeah. 45 minutes at a sushi place?
No, I'm already eating. Like, I'm probably starving.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm. Number 3, I got pranked. One time in middle school, my biggest crush asked me to be his girlfriend. After that, I started sending him cute glitter texts saying how much I loved and missed him. Oh, the glitter text. Remember, you could, like, on our little flip phones, you send the gifts.
The glitter?
Yeah, you could, like, change the font on your text messaging. I think I remember doing that.
Wow. Fancy.
Maybe that was MySpace. Who knows? A few days later, right before Valentine's Day, he told my best friend to tell me he was only pulling a prank on me because he wanted to see what would happen. Life sucked.
That's not a prank.
Carolyn, New York City.
That is not a prank.
That is diabolical. Let me find out my son is out here running around pranking girls. That is literally the most disgusting thing ever.
That's so mean.
Pretending to show interest just to see what would happen, or like because it's funny. That's not funny.
It's so weird. I've heard multiple stories where they'll be like, I was just asking you out for a joke. Like, I don't even like you.
What's the joke?
What are you talking
laughing?
About? Right.
You could have minded your own business and left me alone.
For real. And not her already being like, I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. That's middle school right there.
Okay. Number 4, I clogged the toilet.
Promising start. Promising start.
On Valentine's Day, my senior year of high school, my mom decided it would be a good idea to invite the extended family over. Her cousin had just gotten divorced, and somehow both the cousin and the ex showed up. Ooh. Cue the stiffest family gathering you could ask for. You could seriously feel the tension through the whole house. This surreal nightmare culminated in me clogging the toilet, which caused a pipe to burst, which caused a massive leak about 5 feet from where everyone was sitting. At least that was not like he didn't have a date.
Oh, true.
It's just the Valentine's Day.
It was just family. And it was just family, so it's not that like bad. At least it wasn't at somebody else's house like you're trying to impress.
Exactly. I'm like, honestly,
you blow it up.
That's unfortunate, but who cares? You can have a date.
True.
Blow that up. Number 5, I had to dump my long distance boyfriend. I was in a long distance relationship that was going downhill and needed to end like yesterday. We'd been together for more than 2 years, so I felt I owed him the respect of having the difficult breakup conversation in person. The problem? Once I realized it was time to break up, the first available weekend for me to visit happened to be Valentine's Day. He ended up taking me out for a disastrous dinner on V-Day. It was so bad that the waitress asked if I was okay, and I wound up breaking up with him the next day on the actual holiday. My train home wasn't until the next day, so I had to stay at his place after dumping him. Emma from Des Moines.
How do you feel about like breaking up on a holiday or next to a holiday?
If it happens, it happens. It sucks because then there's probably a annual stain that you have to revisit, and you're like, this is awkward, but you know.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's like, can you at least give me like a week before or a week after? Like, just,
I guess so. If you know that
this buffer it a little bit.
If this is not an impromptu thing, then please plan it a little bit better. All right. I got caught sending an anonymous Valentine. I had a very awkward moment when I slipped an anonymous Valentine to my crush, George, and he showed it to everyone in the class. They all recognized my handwriting, so they knew it was from me. I tried to front like it wasn't really from me, but I had written it for a friend. Not one bought it, of course. Caroline from Buffalo.
That is awkward.
Oh, no. Always type it up like a serial killer and then arrange the letters, and then everyone's confused.
They'll never know. You know she did it special for him. Gave him a little kiss on there. Sprayed it with perfume.
I remember doing that in class, literally me and this girl, but we didn't have perfume, so we smudged greasy ass lotion all over this letter. We're like, oh, now it's greasy. Oh my god, we were dumb. Okay, I was caught pantsless. My best friend, her boyfriend, my boyfriend, and I made plans to get Valentine's dinner together. Okay. The restaurant was close to my boyfriend's house, so we all went over there after school to hang out beforehand. At some point, my friend and I scurried upstairs to change out of our school clothes and into something cuter. And I accidentally left the pants I'd been wearing at school behind at my boyfriend's house. The next day, he gave the pants back to me in the hallway before class, saying, "Here, you left these at my house." Apparently, his mom had found them and asked a lot of questions. And so did my friends. Clara, Washington, D.C.
That wasn't that bad. No, it's fine.
You leave your pants every now and then.
But who knows? Was that the real story? That she changed her clothes?
Yeah. Just happened to leave her pants.
Yeah.
You gotta leave bobby pins instead. Because when you're telling, if you want to see if a man's cheating,
okay,
you can't leave your pants. It's too obvious. You leave smaller things throughout the house that another girl can find and collect.
And know that it's
I mean, I guess pants would be a giveaway, but I feel like you can probably, like, one big item you'd be like, oh, that's so obvious. Like, why would I have left that here? Also, the man would find it and throw them out.
Right.
No. You want to take little bobby pins, just take some of your hair, and you throw it around, you throw it about, and you wait.
It sounds like a true crime story, too.
Also, this is good for not only finding cheaters, but, leaving the evidence. But on that note, on a very high note of the worst stories for Valentine's Day.
But yeah, I mean, if anything, take out from these stories and these tips and tricks that Valentine's Day is literally just another day. You can make it special. Just figure out what your partner wants, because I feel like some people really do want big, extravagant things, and some people don't want that.
And always write a letter, because I feel like you can't go wrong.
Well, if you enjoyed any of that content, we do have an Instagram at Hayley and Kayli that you can find more stuff.
You can also catch any of our podcast episodes where we review movies, and our old ones where we just talk about a bunch of nonsense at Pressedpodcast. You can find us on Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yes, ma'am.
Until next time.
Okay. Until next time.
Bye.
Stay in love.